G'day, Steve Morgan here, Fishing Monthly magazines, and I've got Nathan here from CruiseCraft with the biggest boat that CruiseCraft make, and it's powered with one of Yamaha's new 300 horsepower 4.2 litre motors. So awesome looking rig we got on the water here, mate. What's the model number, and give us some of the specs, like how long is it?
So this is the 720 Explorer hardtop, 7.2 metres long from bowsprit to transom. You still got the max beam width legally towable in Australia, so it's 2.5 metres. Maxed out horsepower for 300. This one here just weighs under 3.3 tonne, so it's on the 3.5 tonne EasyTow trailer.
Yeah, and that's sort of in the range that most of the bigger twin cab utes can tow around. So if I was to go through the CruiseCraft catalogue and sort of try to pick out the biggest flashiest boat that you can tow with a normal vehicle, this would be it, wouldn't it?
This would be it, yeah. It weighs a little bit heavier when you got the twins, so it just comes under 3.5 tonne with twin rig 150s.
Let's talk a little bit about CruiseCraft. You've got a birthday celebration coming up soon. What's that, and how are you celebrating it?
Yes, we got the 75th this year, so 12th of August we'll have a bit of a party. And
well, that's what you need to do, because it's a long time for a boat manufacturer to be in business. Let's do a bit of CruiseCraft 101 for people that maybe aren't familiar with the brand. They're made in Brisbane, and they're made to some pretty exacting specifications. Like, I think there are no boats like CruiseCraft that hold their resale value.
Oh, that's it. We're a premium product. We believe we're a premium product. Yes, they're on the expensive side, but it just goes to show in the build quality in these boats.
Yeah, it does. And I know that you team up with some key players in the industry to make a turnkey package that dealers find easy to sell and people find easy to use. Now, we look at this hull here. It's set on the EasyTow trailer. Every single CruiseCraft that goes out goes on an EasyTow trailer?
Majority of the CruiseCrafts go on EasyTow. We still have our relationship, and it's a really good relationship with Redco, Mayfair Marine.
Yep.
So yeah, with the big players, we've got Yamaha, EasyTow on board. We're doing a lot of stuff with Garmin now as well, which is pretty good.
And I think the take-home story is, if you buy a CruiseCraft nowadays from the factory, they come pre-installed with Yamaha, and Yamaha is the only brand that you can get with them. They come pre-fitted and set up with the trailer, and even your electronics now can go in at the factory, so that you know that the guys that build the boat are putting the gear in it that's exactly set up perfectly for you. I think that's the advantage of buying from the factory.
Yeah, that's it. It's easiest for us. Say if something does go wrong, it's easy for us to fault find and work that out as well from factory.
So, CruiseCraft dealers, how many CruiseCraft dealers are there around the country?
We've got 8 dealers around the country, 2 in pretty much every single state in Australia. Majority of them have stock at the moment, so if you want to get down and see one, just go have a look.
Yep. And of course, what everyone wants to know is, we're going to test it like an ultimate boat like this. What's the price tag of this one, drive away, as we're testing it today?
This boat's got the price tag of about $240,000.
Yep. So $240,000 boat. Let's go and put it on the water. We're going to take this 720 for a run. It's got that brand new 300 Yamaha on the back. We're going to come back to you with some performance statistics. So let's face it, it's not every day of the week that you get to take out $250,000 worth of trailer boat out onto Moreton Bay. And before all the keyboard warriors get stuck in, yes, we know it's a lovely day on the bay, but for us, it's all about the whole package, how the motor and the boat work together. We know that this hull, and if you're researching it online, this is the same hull as the old EX620HT hardtop CruiseCraft. We know the hull can handle some big water, so that wasn't the object of the test today. It was to test the package, test the level of fit out of this, which is basically one with all of the options ticked, and see how well it worked with that 300 horsepower 4.2 litre V6 Yamaha, which is the first one in the country. And let me say that you probably don't have to read my mind to say this is a very smooth package. When you're paying that much money for a trailer boat, and this trailer boat can be towed by twin cab utes that can take up to 3.5 tonne, you expect something that's going to be very well integrated. And the DES Yamaha, combined with their Helm master system, and this one had all of the fruit. It had the Autopilot, it had the joystick, the controls, it had the fob bar, the security switch, it had it all. It's very hard to create a poor boating experience from it. So the digital throttle and shift has always been a feature of modern motors for the last 10 to 15 years, but as a package, there's no clunk when it goes back in and out of gear. Now, you can really see that, and you can see some cutaway footage here. We did some underwater filming, trying to film the up-high exhaust port that gives you more traction in reverse, especially when Helm Master is doing its thing, or more broadly when you're going in reverse and you want more bite on the water. I could quite safely have my hand hanging over the back of the boat, filming all of this stuff and not be worried about getting thrown into the water. I know it was a calm day, but it could have been a dangerous situation, but I felt completely secure doing it, sort of hearing the steering, which is basically makes no noise at all. It seems quieter than the old hydraulic steering, and just the level of which it buffers out any of the bumps. It's a really, really smooth system. Now, the other thing I learned a lot about today is about Autopilot. So I'm maybe like a lot of you that have used smaller boats, haven't had much to do with Autopilots in the past. Having used one now, I think maybe it's always been you get in there, you hit a button and it does it all for you. But a lot of the guys I talk to tell me that's definitely not the case. When you're adjusting I suppose the sensitivity of the Autopilot, how quickly and how smoothly it corrects, it's all done at the push of a button on your controls nowadays, and apparently that wasn't always the case. So I suppose my take-home message from that is, doesn't matter what your level of boating experience is, you can jump into one of these packages with all of the fruit on it, and it's actually really, really easy and smooth to drive. The EasyTow trailer, the boat drives on really smoothly because those controls are so accurate. It's a very safe and easy process to get you, your family, your fishing mates on and off the boat. Some of the, I suppose, the standard features on the CruiseCraft are pretty impressive. That hardtop is one of the most refined hardtops that I've seen. It already comes with all of the stainless steel rails. It comes with the rocket launchers on top. As a standard, the hardtop it's pretty featured out. This boat had some extra features. It had the sea deck, the routed custom sea deck on the floor is an extra. It had cool things like freshwater washout tanks there. If you need to rinse some stuff in fresh water, it's got 50 litres of fresh water on there. It's got kill boxes that can hold mackerel. It's got flush-mounted sounders that aren't hanging all over the place and getting in your road. That smooth, out-of-the-way cabin door is cool. It doesn't bang around when it gets rough. You will find that not only is this a really cool large fishing space, it's a great place to take the family as well. Little things like the slide out top at the back of the boat give you that extra space you need on a day like today. This is filmed in late summer in Queensland. It's pretty hot out there and that shade is much appreciated. Some of the creature comforts for the family include things like a toilet, and sometimes that is the game changer when it comes to getting a family, getting the wife, getting the daughters out on the boat. They want to feel comfortable out of the water. They've got a secure place to get changed and not get caught short out of the water. That is sometimes a really good thing. As I said at the start, this boat retails for around $240,000, although without some of the bells and whistles you can get it down from there. Check your local CruiseCraft dealer for base pricing. So if you want to find out more about these rigs, the CruiseCraft website is cruisecraft.com.au and yamaha-motor.com.au for that cool DES Yamaha outboard.